What's up, Animal Crossing fans? My name is Blaze, and today I want to go over just a few more things that are just kind of minor things that I've noticed about Animal Crossing, whether it's through interviews with Kyogoku and Nogami, or if it's just things I've noticed by watching the trailer repeatedly over the past like 6 or 7 days. So thanks for tuning in today. We're gonna get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about today is Movable Rocks. So traditionally in Animal Crossing, you are given your town and rocks are put in your town, and without hacking, there's no real way to move these rocks, and it can be a real pain in the butt if you are trying to put down paths in a certain way and these rocks are just there and you really can't do anything about them. Really frustrating. So I came across this through a couple of friends that had mentioned it, and I missed it initially, but I'm glad that they were out there. So you know who you are. Thank you very much. But let's go over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the rocks and the movable rocks. So here is the trailer. You can see in this video there's a rock up in the top right corner. As this plays out, you'll see that she cleans up all the stuff. She does all this other stuff. She waters her plants, does some fishing, and I don't think it shows this part of it, but over time, you see a later scene with this exact same positioning of the tent and everything right about here, and there's no rock. So to me, that indicates that you are going to be able to get rid of rocks, whether they just naturally dissipate or break up, or if you have some kind of way to get rid of them just on your own. Another thing that we saw in this trailer, which I kind of briefly touched on, but I didn't really talk about it too much, was the fact that you're going to be able to transplant trees. It makes sense that chopping down this tree and the realistic activity of transplanting trees makes sense for Animal Crossing. So I'm glad that seems like it's going to be a feature. Maybe there's something else that you'll do with it, but I'm guessing that if you have that tree in your pocket, you can just go ahead and move it, which is kind of a funny callback to Smash Brothers a little bit, because you can totally have a tree in your pocket in Smash Brothers and it will destroy your opponent if you have it. So that's the first couple things I wanted to talk about. So we do have the option of transplanting trees and moving rocks, which is great. The next thing I want to talk about is a little bit more helpful. I guess not really helpful, but it's definitely something that you can do very easily throughout the game as you pick up wood and weeds and rocks and anything that you find on the island. Maybe not anything, but a lot of things that you find on the island. They will automatically stack. So I'm guessing this is true also for fruits and things that you'll pick up. But we didn't see them pick up any fruit through the gameplay or through any other means. So I did notice that as Kyogoku was playing through Animal Crossing New Horizon at the Treehouse event, that she was picking up wood and it didn't just totally fill up her inventory. I don't see a reason why fruits would also not stack, but we don't have any confirmation right now. And I know that in Animal Crossing New Leaf, they didn't by default, but you could stack them, and that was just a pain in the butt. So I'm guessing that you'll be able to, that fruits will automatically stack as you progress through the game. So another thing that they talked about was villager tents. I did notice that villager tents are something that the villagers will actually ask you about. So there's a screenshot of the villager tents and kind of where they're placed in the world, and it got concerning as far as on the map it showed two villager tents like basically right next to each other. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This is you'll see here that the image, there's two villager tents right here that are very suspiciously close to each other, and Animal Crossing World has confirmed through an interview with IGN that the villagers will actually ask you, they'll check with you to see if it's okay, and if you don't like where they settle down, you can tell them you don't want to build in that particular spot and move their house location to wherever you see fit. So excellent, awesome idea, and actually something I came up with a little while ago. maybe not came up with, but I definitely thought about it a while ago. As I said, if your villager wants to move in, you should be given the option to help them decide where their house goes. And I got hit with some feedback on that, on those videos I created. People thought that was not a good idea, but I'm like, I just don't want them putting their house in the most ridiculous place ever. Just let me have some control over it. And if they do happen to put their house in a bad spot, let me ask them to move and I'll pay them money. Something along those lines would be great. But they are going to let you do just that in the game, at least by allowing you to deny where they initially want to put their house and helping them decide where a new house should go. So that's really cool. I'm glad about that. So another thing is that we did learn that Nook's phone will have expanded apps as the game progresses. So you're going to see a lot more apps through Nook's phone as the game goes on. Pretty awesome. I think that there's probably going to have to be some kind of an online app on your Nook phone that interacts with the Nintendo online service. And I think, I don't know, this is pure speculation, this next part, but I think that your cell phone is how you're going to scan QR codes and import those into Animal Crossing New Leaf. So this is a super old phone. I'm just showing this as a demonstration, but I think that's how you're going to get it. And I know that the Switch, the Joy-Cons have an infrared camera, but I don't know if that can scan QR codes. So I think that's how that's going to work, but we'll see as time goes on. We also learned over the course of the last week that there are no new personality types. So that's a bit of a bummer, I think. I think overall, though, we do have a wide selection of personality types, and some of those personality types, I have multiples in my town and in New Leaf, and they still don't talk. They don't say the same things. So having multiples of the same personality is not necessarily a bad thing, but there is no new ones. I'm guessing there will be new villagers, new animals that you can recruit into your town, and amongst other things, but no new personality types. And one last thing they talked about was IGN is reporting that there's new ways to build friendship with your villagers, which one of those ways is to gift them crafted items. I think that's a pretty cool idea, being able to make something for them and giving that to them, whether it's through mail or through just handing it over. They might even request that you make like an axe or a shovel for them or something like that, and you can just put it together, give it to them, and everything will be great. Overall, I'm very excited to see kind of where this goes and how it works out, and what else we can uncover over the next couple of weeks. There's just so much information out there and so many things that you can find, which I need to kind of put together like a recap of all the things that I've discussed and all the things that I've found, and all my videos kind of cover my reactions and thoughts on all this new stuff, as does this one kind of. But all these items that I talked about today are things that I didn't think they deserved their own video, but I wanted to kind of cap everything off with a smaller understanding of what else we can expect in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It comes out March 20th. I couldn't be more excited. Another bad thing that's happening, not really bad, but I'm going back to work tomorrow. I was off this whole week for E3, and it's been such a great week. Not only Animal Crossing news, which is the number one thing I wanted, but the second thing that was awesome was, Final Fantasy VII Remake information came out. And then the third thing, which is mind-blowing that it's the third thing, is Banjo-Kazooie was announced for Smash, and I thought that'd be number one with a bullet. But two other things were like more exciting than Banjo-Kazooie, and it's just crazy that E3 has been so exciting this year. And it was starting out kind of bland, and then as Tuesday came closer and closer, it just kind of snuck up on me, and everything was just so amazing. So I had a really great week off. Going back to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to do videos as often as I can every day. I'm gonna try to sit down in front of my computer and just talk about something, bring something up, open the discussion. So hopefully you guys would appreciate something like that. And hit like, subscribe, and keep in touch, because I really do enjoy talking to you guys on YouTube. I've replied to almost every message I've seen over this past week, and I am going to continue to do that. So absolutely do that. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and I'll be playing a lot more games on stream. In fact, Sunday nights usually are Animal Crossing live streams. So if you guys want to hang out, play some Animal Crossing, talk about Animal Crossing, I'll be there for that as well. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and hitting like and subscribe. I'll be back as soon as I can with more information and more videos about New Horizon or even just New Leaf. So until then, guys, thanks again. I'll catch you on the flippity flip.